Alright, so this video just became much more interesting. I came down to one of my favorite spots to fly FPV at to test out the new Action 4 on the DJI FPV Drone, and they are tearing this place down. Just for reference, I'm in Philadelphia. I'm actually just outside of Philly in like the Manayunk, Roxborough area. There's an old abandoned factory and some warehouses here that currently are being torn down. Now, I've got no idea what this facility used to be. I knew that it was just kind of sitting here dormant. I came here to fly my FPV drone, my Avata, even the Mavic 3 Enterprise, and it looked very different back then. Also, this video is sponsored by Squarespace, but more from them later. Now, really the main objective for today's video is to test out the image quality on the new Action 4 here. DJI has been putting out some really great action cameras over the years that are really rugged. They've got great battery life. They can really withstand some harsh temperatures, and also the image quality is great. One of my favorite features is the fact that you can just quickly remove it with this magnetic mount. So I just leave the mount on the drone. I can quickly pull off the camera if I want to review footage, change a setting, maybe swap out cameras, and then simply just snap it back on here, and I'm ready to go. If I had the other case as well, or the other mount, I could actually flip this and mount it vertically. So if I was shooting content for, say, YouTube Shorts or maybe even Instagram Reels, I could shoot natively in a vertical format that better suits those platforms. So while the main objective of this video is to test out the Action 4 and see what the image quality is like, which I won't know until after I actually watch the video back, I think I'm a little bit more excited to actually explore this area over here and check out what's been demolished. All right, so let's jump on inside of the goggles. We'll start up the drone. Go ahead and take off. Now this flight, we're going to split up into two flights. This first one's going to be a little bit more exploratory. So we're going to go and check out what they've actually done. I mean, look at this. Wow, the entire thing is completely demolished. So it looks like they haven't touched this middle structure, but they've just taken around all of the surrounding buildings. They've taken the surrounding buildings down, I should say. That is crazy. If you look, it's almost like a wasteland. I'll fly a little bit lower. There are some people working over there as well. Good amount of activity, so I'm just going to do my best to be careful in terms of, where I'm flying and what I'm doing. But it could make for some pretty cool, a pretty cool subject to kind of chase around some of the different pieces of machinery. Yeah, so they have completely torn down everything. Now we've got our gimbal pitch set to 25 degrees here. I'm going to buzz you guys over here because not only does it seem like they've taken this area down over here, looks like they have 4 excavators working, but they've got some dirt piled up over here, which I assume, I don't know if they brought this dirt in, I don't know if this was taken from the site, but yeah, so they have this huge mound of dirt that wasn't here before. So those are the 2 updates that I saw. Now let's kind of take a closer look down. We'll kind of buzz down closer to the ground. I would love to hit the gap right between that excavator. Maybe after. We'll warm up to it. We will warm up to it. Sorry for any of the truck noise, you guys. Man, look at all of the material. That's going to take a long time to pick up. It's crazy, like, I live really close to here, and I never saw them demolishing this. It's not like it's perfectly viewable from the highway or from any other roadways. It's really kind of tucked back here, but I would have thought that I would have heard something, seen something. But I mean, if you look, I mean, this area is tucked back here behind the trees. There's really not a lot going on back here. You've got to wonder, like, what they're going to do with this space. Considering where it is, they'll probably put, like, apartments here. I mean, look at the size. Look at the size of this lot. So there were buildings all the way around the outside, just like you guys saw. I think that, honestly, this would probably be a perfect place to bring the Avata. Let's see, do you think I can hit this gap here? Let's do it. Nah, I'm a little too high. Oh, alright, we'll warm up to that. You see, I would love to get better at flying FPV. I don't put as much time into it as I do, of course, flying a Mavic. But, like, stuff like that I've got to warm up to. First flight of the day, can't just go sending it. You know what? Here's what I will try to do. This is the first thing that I saw when I pulled up, is this gap between the buildings. Let's fly in between the gap here. We're cruising at about 27 miles an hour. We should be able to hit this fine. Now, you might be wondering why we've got... hold on, let me talk after this. Yeah, that was easy. Way easy. So, the reason we're putting the Action 4 on top of the FPV drone is because the camera is just flat out better. I mean, it's got a bigger sensor, it's got a wider field of view, It's got a better version of Rocksteady on it. That's the one thing that's kind of a bummer about the FPV drone, is the camera left a lot to be desired when it first came out. But remember, this drone is pushing like 3 years old at this point. It might even be older than that. So it's definitely due for an upgrade. We've got some harsh shadows coming on the back here, but this will be good to see the dynamic range of how the Action 4 performs, because we are filming a little bit early in the morning here, so the shadows are a little bit deeper. Let's take a spin around a little bit closer down to the ground. So it looks like they have this excavator spinning here, and they're hauling stuff out. There's a couple of excavators that look like they're just sitting there. Might make for some good subjects to fly through. And hopefully we don't crash. Yeah, so I think that this would be the perfect playground for the Avata. I think I'm going to have to come back with the Avata. Do you see that door there on the left? And then I'm going to have to try to fly through it. Let's see. Let's see if we can spin around and fly through the door. I'll tell you what, my transmission is holding up pretty well, I do have to say. Right there. All right, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to build up to it, but that little door right there, definitely going to try to hit that gap. You can almost see, like, they're also tearing up the foundation area. So let me see if I really punch out here, spin it around, get a nice view from the top. That's the whole entire lot right there. And if we fly a little bit lower down to the ground, you can almost see the massive holes in the ground that must have been from basements, maybe even underground tunnels between buildings. Not sure what they had built here. I also have no idea what the hell this building actually was. I mean, of course it was a factory and a plant of some sort. They used to have a lot of low-hanging wires, and they still do here, kind of hanging off of the stacks. Oof. Kind of hanging off of the stacks, but I will say that there used to be a lot of other low-hanging wires. This was such a good spot to come and fly FPV, and I feel like now the days are just numbered. Like, there's only going to be a certain amount of time that I'm going to be able to come back here and fly the spot until there's just straight up no more buildings left. All right, we're at 35% right now. I'm going to spin the drone around. We'll probably change the pitch of the action a little bit on top of the camera, or on top of the drone, and get a little bit of a different flight here. Let's try to hit, where's that, here it is right here. Let's see. Nah, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. I'm not crashing on the first flight. We've got to at least get one full flight, and I've got to at least be able to return this drone back to us before I do anything crazy. Okay, I'm going to fly the drone back here. I'm going to land, swap a new battery in, but before we get into our next flight, let's hear a quick word from this video sponsor, Squarespace. Just recently, I completely overhauled my Squarespace site with a brand new template to give it a clean feel. It was difficult to choose a template because of all of the great options that Squarespace offers, but I eventually found one that allowed me to share my images and information the way that I wanted. Redoing my website was seamless, as the new Fluid engine made it easy to fully customize every aspect to my liking. I also really enjoyed taking advantage of some new sections and tools Squarespace has added, making my website fun to navigate and interactive. For me, studying analytics is such an important part of posting content online, so being able to see a detailed report of what pages are getting the most traction allows me to make changes to my site that best suit what the viewer wants to see. Something I'm really looking forward to taking advantage of is the online store, where I'm looking to sell my prints from photos that I've collected on my travels. Squarespace makes it easy and gives you all the tools that you need to create an online digital marketplace. So a big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and helping me display my work online for over half a decade. Okay, time for flight number 2 here. I know that I said that I was going to adjust the pitch, or I guess the, pitch, the degrees of the camera. I left it at 25. I think 25 is kind of a comfortable spot here. I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning, but we are filming 4K, 30 frames per second. We've got Rocksteady turned on. This is all on the Action 4. And we are also shooting in a 4:3 aspect ratio, so you guys are seeing it cropped down to 16:9, but I like shooting in 4:3 because it gives you the extra room on the top and bottom in case you want to crop. All right, I'm feeling a little bit more, I don't want to say risky for this flight, but I'm feeling like we're definitely going to hit the gap between the door there. So let's try that. That's my first order of business here. All right, spin around. Doors up here in the frame. Nah, nope. You know what? I think I'm gonna try to fly it from the other side because we're flying into the shadows here and it's a little bit tough to see, but I feel like if I fly from the other way where we have the light hitting directly on the front and on the frame, it'll be easier to frame up. What's up there, dude? Alrighty. Let's get after it. So, you know, main purpose of this video is to test out the Action 4. I can't see what the Action 4 looks like right now, so I can't give my opinions, but I can say that I've been using it, you know, outside of this flight and have really enjoyed the image quality coming from it, that being the biggest difference and change over the Action 3. Alright, concentration time. Nope. See, I feel myself like almost drifting to the left a little bit, and I'm just like, nah, I'll hit it. I'll hit it the next time. I feel like sometimes you just gotta go for it, though, right? You just gotta try it. The good thing is the site is open relatively, so if I needed to, I think I could get back there and pick up what's left of my FPV drone. But that's the reason why I'd want to bring my Avata back here. Nah. Every time at the very end I chicken out, you guys. Oh man. Yeah, so that's why I think that bringing the Avata back here would be so great, because look at this playground of just, I think it's perfectly set up for an Avata flight, because if you crash, who cares? Go pick it up, use turtle mode, right? But like with the FPV drone, if I crash this, I'm gonna be going and trying to find pieces of it. You know, I know that the whole frame and everything is completely different on the Avata, and that's kind of what makes it more rigid and more rugged. And this drone, you know, with its little fragile arms, makes it a different animal. But I prefer to fly the FPV drone because it's faster. Like, in my opinion, it's just more fun. Let's see here. Let's climb up the tower. Climb way up. Nice. Yeah, see, like, when I say that I want to get better at FPV, like, I feel like I can fly the drone, I can keep it in the air, but, like, I just feel like I'm not deliberate with the types of video that I want to get. Like, with the Mavic, and when I put it up, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I want to do with the drone, but with the FPV drone, I just feel like I just fly around and have fun. Oh yeah, there we go. Ha ha ha, hit it finally with 43%, but all right, hold on. We're gonna now try to hit, we're going for the double. We're going for the double. Oh yeah, we got this. Whoop. Ha ha, yeah baby. With 41% left too, just at the end. Woo. Sweet. I actually want to fly back there and look at one more thing before we land, because we're pushing on 38% battery life right now. I'm feeling good now. Once you do it, once you hit it, you're like, let's go. Like, I might just try to do it again right now. Because why not, right? Do it once and then you feel better for the rest of the time. All right, cool. I'm going to spin you guys around here because I want to look. There's this little building right there. I wonder if that's like a pump station. I wonder what that would be. It would be a lot easier to get a better look at it if I had a Mavic, but all right, 31%. Let's bring this drone on back here. So this is cool back here. I'm definitely going to have to bring the Avata back and do a completely different style of flight. You know, for the FPV drone, I'm a little bit more hesitant to just start ripping around and trying to do what I just did and go through little gaps and cracks, because you get one shot, and if you crash, you know, you're probably going to go end up picking up pieces of the drone. The Avata also has, you know, a great camera on it, much better than the FPV drone does, so it would be cool to be able to bring the Avata and not have to attach an action on top and just fly with the drone. It always feels a little bit more trim and lightweight. Ooh, it's bright. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go back and check out what the Action 4 looked like from this flight. I have nothing but good things to say about this camera so far from my use of the camera. You know, this is one of the first times that I've really used it for FPV. I've been using it on dirt bikes, and I've been using it for more action style stuff, but I think that this is gonna be a really great companion if you wanna put it on top of your FPV drone and get some better looking video. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here so I can stop annoying these guys that are trying to work. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the Action 4 down in the comment section below, and as always, I'll talk to you later. Peace.